Yo, what's happening? Y'all, it's your boy Ben Mahari here representing Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. I'm going to talk about in this video today my prediction for Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Now, in light of this, the big news that came out today is the trade for Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets for Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green from the Houston Rockets. Now, I'm going to say that commentary about that trade tomorrow and give you more of my comprehensive thoughts about that. But I wanted to talk about tonight's Game 7 between the Thunder and the Pacers in OKC. This is the first Game 7 since 2016. And honestly, we only had at least since 2010 and also 2013, 2016, we've only had 3 Game 7s in the last 15 to 20 years. So we're having a rarity in this generation of basketball of a Game 7 of an NBA Finals. And to be honest with you, this series has gone pretty much back and forth with a lot of different ways of momentum. I mean, it could go either way. So what I saw in Game 6 was the Thunder at their worst. And even though they were able to keep the game close early in the first half, Indiana just rode the wave of momentum of their home crowd. They were hitting their three-point shots very efficiently. And when I was looking at the stat line from Game 6 on Thursday night, the big thing that cleared out to me again was the rebounding. The Pacers out-rebounded the Thunder 46-41. And in terms of the offensive boards, Indiana had 11 offensive rebounds to OKC's 4. And when it comes to the assistant turnovers, Indiana 23 assists to 10 turnovers in comparison to the Thunder's 14 assists and 21 turnovers. And the Indiana Pacers were shooting much better from the three-point line, 15 of 42 for 35% compared to OKC's 8 of 30 for 26%. So here's how I see in this whole situation. When the Indiana Pacers dominate the boards and when they keep their turnovers down, they've won the games. But when OKC's been able to force a lot of turnovers and convert that into easy buckets, as we've seen in their victories, they've won. So it's pretty much a contrast in the styles as we expected throughout the series has really been made the difference. Now, I don't expect a lot of huge strategies or huge surprises at this point. Pretty much both these teams know what they like to do. And it's only a matter about who wants it more. Who's going to get the majority of the rebound? Who's going to get the loose balls? Who's going to convert their open shots? And more importantly, who's going to step up in the big moments when it's needed the most? Now, my prediction before the start of the series was OKC in 6 games because I thought their defense was going to be overwhelming against the Pacers. But the Pacers have matched them tit for tat. But the big question for the Indiana Pacers is going to be the health of Tyrese Halliburton. He's still battling that calf injury he suffered in Game 5. He had a very efficient Game 6. But like I said, we have yet to see a breakout performance from Tyrese Halliburton yet. Now, he's been okay at times, and he's been consistent, but not as the explosive scorer that we've seen earlier in the playoffs. Now, obviously, the finals is a different category, and the defense is going to be much more tougher in this level of play. The same with Shai Gorgeous Alexander, too. He's had some good games in this series, but then there are times when they play with a cushion that they take their foot off the gas pedal, and they just become the same mediocre OKC team that we've seen over the last couple of years. So, tonight, I mean, this could go either way. My gut tells me that the Indiana Pacers could find a way to pull this off. I mean, they did steal Game 1, so they're capable of stealing a game in OKC. But if you're a fan that believes in the overall talent and depth and balance of the OKC Thunder, I would say in my prediction, in my belief, I would go with OKC to win Game 7. But again, it's not a certain guarantee, and I don't feel too confident about it because the Pacers could come into tonight's Game 7 and pretty much take the game right from OKC from the opening tap. It could happen, and it could go down the wire too. So this is why Game 7 of an NBA Finals typically are close games that go down the wire. And so it's going to be a matter about who wants it more, who's going to get, like I said, who's going to get the necessary rebounds, force the most turnovers, and who's going to execute better down the stretch that's going to decide the championship. But I'm excited for it because if you like, basketball like this is the type of basketball you've been craving for. 2 small market teams, very balanced teams, You know what I'm saying? Not much, not a lot of star power, obviously with SGJ and with Tyrese Halliburton too, but there have been a lot of, interesting players that have really stepped up in their roles in this series. So it's going to be coming down to who's going to be the X factor in this game. Will it be Aaron? It will be Nesmith. Will it be Nembhard? Will it be McConnell? Will it be Turner that could step up in Game 7? And for OKC, will it be Dort? Will it be Jalen Williams, Hartenstein, Caruso, or even Chet Holmgren? Who's going to be the one to step up for the star players that's going to make the ultimate difference in tonight's Game 7? It could go either way, but I am not certain about it. I'm going with OKC to win Game 7 tonight, but it's not a clear-cut guarantee. I will not be surprised if Indiana finds a way to pull this off. So that's just my thoughts on the situation. I might be back for a post-game, video thoughts on the game tonight. But get ready, guys. It's gonna be a classic Game 7, and hopefully it goes down to the wire. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So let me know what you think in the comment section below and who wins Game 7. And with that, I'm out. Peace. Oh, and by the way, prepare for a KD trade video tomorrow, because I'm gonna be giving you more of my thoughts on the KD trade and how this is gonna affect the Houston Rockets down the road. All right, enjoy Game 7, guys. Peace.